Leo, hello there, my beautiful friends. We're going to do your general tarot reading for mid-August 2022. Thank you so much for joining me today. You know I appreciate each and every single one of you beautiful people out there. So let's get right down to business, as always, and start you off with an oracle card, just to dip our toes into energy for the lovely Leo collective here. In Leo season, might I add. Let's go, my gods. Talk to me. What do we got for Leo here? In their birthday season. And yes, we're just going to look at this first card real quick, then we'll get into the full tarot reading itself. And at the very end, I'll pull you a bonus card with the Shadowland Tarot, just to see what might be in the shadows or what shadow work you can lean in on, which is always very interesting if you ask me. But let's get this first card out here. What do we got for Leo? And while we do, I would just like to send a very big happy birthday from me to you, to all the Leos, whether your birthday's past or it's coming up, because it is Leo season, one of the best times of the year. So hopefully you've had a good one. Okay, so we're starting off here with the Queen of Cups. This is a very deep emotional type of energy, and I don't usually see it at the front end of fire signs. So this is very intriguing to me, specifically if you're connected to a water sign. Now, before we start breaking that down, if you're new here, I'll be speaking about the August subscriber surprise towards the end, so you might want to check that out. Also, I'd like you to go find your nearest tarot deck, flip through it, and find the Wheel of Fortune, and throw it like a discus directly into the like button for me. I'd greatly appreciate it, and you'd help me out a lot. But into the reading we go. Enough of the plugs there. Like I was saying, this card to me is very much like the Queen of Cups. You see her 1 foot dipped in the water. This is a beautiful, aesthetically pleasing type of card, so it's gorgeous, of course. But when I see her, I do think of deep emotions. So in this time, you might be in your feelings a little bit. Maybe someone you're connected to is. If you're not connected to a water sign, this is Spirit saying, yes, nurturing, loving, caring, those are all very good things, but steer clear of emotional suppression in this time. Like, that's the offside of the Queen of Cups whenever she pops up. Somebody trying to suppress an emotion and keep it down. So there is a warning about that right up front. But she is very loving and caring, and maybe some of you, that's what you need. A little tender love and care, nothing wrong with that. We're going to get into tarot now. Let's shuffle it up one time here, my gods. Talk to me. What do we got for the Leos in their season, please? So, last week's reading was interesting. It was titled Karma Gets Served. And yes, I keep my titles as simple as possible. I don't like long titles. But I believe the theme was some sort of karmic retribution of some sort, whether it's karmic gifts coming in or somebody catching a dose for things they've done. Karma is a very powerful energy, and it tends to stick around. But like the last few weeks, your readings are very up and down. We have like rough, we have good, we have rough, we have good. So let's see what we have this week. Let's get 3. As I always say, energies are always fluctuating, always moving. Okay, you just fit it to your situation. We have the 8 of Wands, so communication, interesting. We were talking about it not emotionally suppressing, and we're starting off with the 8 of Wands. Okay, yes, because like I was already saying, this doesn't just have to be you. You just fit it to your story. We got the Magician, the manifesting, the creating. Okay, so a lot of you could be creating, even if you don't realize you are. We have the Hermit here, very wise. And I want to say this, Leo, we have very powerful occult, magical types of energies here. So this is going to be an extra layered type of reading. Let's go through it. Powerful major arcana. I'll give you some of the classical meanings and archetypes, then we'll get the juicy intuitive stuff. So yeah, with the Magician and the Hermit, extremely magical. You might have a big focus on spirituality in this time and practices of various kinds. Now, in the beginning, we have the 8 of Wands. To me, this is one of the fastest cards in the tarot deck. It's shooting like an arrow. You literally see it, the 8 arrows cutting through the air. So we could speak about big action, things changing quickly. It could be a little bit of a volatile energy, but this is one of the biggest cards of sending a message, speaking, talks. So we're going to want to clarify this and see what it's about, whether it's a talk coming your way or you want to grab somebody else's ear, okay? Like, this is like a chatterbox type of energy when I see it. But aside from that, it is speed, movement, action based. In the center, we got the Magician, okay? Like I was already saying, this could be a card of manifesting. So whether you're purposefully trying to bring something forth, manifest it into your life, or subconsciously doing it. When I see the Magician in any spread, it's telling me that your powers for manifesting could be extra amped up in this time. Now, the dark side of the Magician could speak about dark spiritual attachments, dark spiritual practices. These are things that you're going to want to watch out for in this time, that you're not falling into. Cleanse yourself. Possible crystal healing when the Magician shows up. A darker side of the Magician could be control as well. So maybe some of you have a controlling individual you're dealing with. We're not going to go negative though, because all cards have that duality. On the back end here though, we have the Hermit. Some of you could just be connected to a Virgo here. Now the Hermit is interesting to me because, like I was saying, all the cards have duality. This one's a bit more pronounced. In the positive, once again, we have that spiritual tie. Deep esoteric symbolism. This is beautiful, ritualistic. However, the darker side of this, if you're not linked to a Virgo, is retracted, pulled back. Some of you could literally be in hermit mode. Some of you could be going through the dark night of the soul when the Hermit shows up, okay? It could talk about communications shutting down. So when we have the Eight of Wands on one end and Hermit on the other, this could be you talking to somebody and they're not listening to reason, or the other way around. We're just going to have to see what's up. So Leo, let's dive deeper on all this. Let's jump in and clarify. Okay, let's shuffle it up one time. My gods, talk to me. What do we got for the lovely Leos here in their birthday season? Please and thank you. And yes, this is where I go intuitive with the message, which means I just tell you how it feels to me. So feel free to do further research or rely on your base knowledge of tarot. Because as you know, every single reading is about the reader's interpretation, and I'm just giving you mine. Let's go in on this Eight of Wands. See what that could be about. And as always, if you read as well, please, that's why this box is here. You could play along. If you're feeling any messages that you want to deliver to the Leo Collective, you could just drop it in the comments. I don't mind. So what's up with this Eight of Wands? Why is it here for the lovely, beautiful, gorgeous Leos? Thank you. Okay, Star in reverse. Yeah, don't let anybody bring you down in this time. And this isn't the best feeling I'm catching here with the Star in reverse. Now, for some of you, you might just be having issues. Yeah, the deck almost flew out of my hands. You might be having issues with an Aquarius. Obviously, not every single Leo is. But the Star in reverse, to me, can be very pessimistic. Somebody that is not really happy about the future or not optimistic about it. So beware of pessimism. And I'm feeling some of you might have somebody purposely trying to drag you down. So you might have to have some sort of serious talk or conversation with somebody like, listen, don't bring me down in this time. Like, I'm trying to stay positive. I'm trying to keep my mind right. If there's anybody that's purposely dragging you down, you might have to verbally check them in this time. So this could be some sort of important or serious talk that needs to be had. And don't let anybody belittle you in this time. That's another thing that's coming through. Beware of that, okay? This is a complete pessimistic type of vibe, and I'm not a big fan of it. I want to see how the rest of this plays out, okay? Because whether this is something that's already happened, we'll see. Lots of powerful major arcana, and those can be indicative of change, of action, okay? I don't feel like this is bad news coming in, but I already covered it. I'm not going to expand on it anymore. Don't want to cloud up the message. Let's see what's up with that Magician. What's up here with this Magician, please? Thank you. Five of Swords. Yeah, somebody trying to pick a fight, I would absolutely make sure you're energetically protected in this time. And I know there's a variety of different people that watch these readings. Not everybody is super tapped into the spiritual. That's fine, especially if you're scientifically minded. But with the Five of Swords underneath this Magician, this is somebody that really does not want the best for you or of you. This could be a huge warning about the company you keep. Okay, I'm seeing some important warnings here, especially with what we were seeing about somebody possibly trying to belittle, bring you down. Then the Magician with the Five of Swords, that could be a narcissistic, cold type of person. So there could be somebody that doesn't want the best for you. Beware of conflict as well with this Five of Swords. Somebody might be trying to pick a fight. Energetically protect yourself as well, but this could be a very important or serious warning. I'm just seeing it, okay? I don't want to speak anything into existence, especially with this Magician, but it's not the best vibe. I want to see what's up with the Hermit, because for some of you, you could just be avoiding someone's BS, okay? Like if this is a person, they're always bringing problems, bringing drama, bringing all this stuff. You could be avoiding that on the back end with this Hermit. Let's see what's up, okay? I'm not going to talk that too much. I already said what I said, and I said what I said. Let's go in on this Hermit. Why is it here for Leo? Then we'll do a quick recap, okay? Four Cups. Yeah. This is somebody who's like, all right, if If these people or this person is not going to act right, I'm fine being in hermit mode. I'm good. My imagination is a playground. There's a lot of things that I can do to keep myself busy. I don't need this person's BS. I don't need this person's nonsense. This could be somebody purposely retracting into the realm of the mind, or try to be by themselves. Like, hey, listen, I don't need any of this. Okay, that's just the vibe I'm picking up here. With the Hermit and the Four of Cups, these are retracted mind, thought-based types of actions. So, like I was saying, this could be a big warning about certain individuals or people showing up in the spread itself. Spirit might want you to get into hermit mode for a little bit. Pull back. If there is somebody that fits the bill of what I was just talking about, you might want to get into Hermit Four of Cups mode, okay? You could be your own best friend for a while, right? And I know Leos are very social individuals, but I'm not catching that this person's going to deal with anyone's BS here. Like, this is somebody that's going to pull back. Let's go through and do a quick recap. And of course, this can mean other things as well. Please feel free to reinterpret. But let's go through real quick before we get into the shadow card. In position number 1, we have the Eight of Wands with the Star in reverse. Like I said, you might have to have an important or serious talk with somebody here, especially if it's somebody that's trying to bring you down all the time. Really be pessimistic, always pointing out the negative. Like, could be a nitpicking individual as well. Watch out for that stuff, because this is somebody who is just always down about something. Moving to the center, we have the Magician with the Five of Swords. This is the one that popped out in my mind the most, because this could be somebody that doesn't want the best for you. Okay, somebody that might want to cause problems, might want to cause issues and fights, literally. With the Magician, this Five of Swords, it's not the best. So protect yourself energetically and physically in this time, because we have multiple warnings here, and I would take them serious, okay? On the back end, though, aside from the warnings about who you're connected to and who's in your circle, we have the Hermit and the Four of Cups. This is the energy of a person that, like, if stuff's going to get hairy, if stuff's going to get nasty, they're going to pull back. They're going to be like, all right, yeah, no, I'm good, I'm done. I'll pull into hermit mode for a little bit. My mind is a playground. That's kind of the vibe I'm catching here. For some of you, if you haven't been speaking to an individual for a while, this Hermit Four of Cups could be saying that's the mode they're in. They're keeping themselves company. Very active mind here. So please take a screenshot. We're going to get you one shadow card here. See if there's any links. What's in the shadows for Leo, please? Interesting. Now, if that reading didn't hit for you, it's all good, my friends. Please feel free to check your other alignments. Get one card here. What's in the shadows for Leo? You know, I don't like having readings like this and warnings, especially in your season, right? But I know some people hate on Leos. I don't know why. But let's get one shadow here. What's in the shadows for Leo? I usually get along very well with Leos, but that's because I'm an Aries, right? Us fire signs would get along. Okay, we have the Hermit showing up again in the shadows. And I always say it's the most interesting when the shadow card links in with the full reading itself. And here it is. There's nothing wrong about pulling back. There's nothing wrong about being in hermit mode. But life is all about balance, right? Like, you can't be in that mode for years and years and years and years. This could represent somebody that's a little bit lonely, hurting a little bit. Some of you might just be a Virgo you're not really on good terms with here when we have the Hermit showing up. And with this deck, it does have a warning about the paranormal and the spiritual, and we were seeing those energetic ties in the main spread itself. So protect yourself energetically, cleanse your space, cleanse yourself. Make sure your mind is right here with the Hermit. Retract, pull back, but not for too long. Okay, and we'll just leave it at that. Leo, that's what I have for you this week, my beautiful friends. Don't click away just yet, though. I'm going to give the details of the August subscriber surprise. For the August subscriber surprise, I'm giving away 2 copies of the beautiful Tarot of Dreams. It's one of my favorites. So if you'd like to get your name in for this, it's 2 simple things. As always, my friends, first, you must be subscribed, which I'm sure you already are. And second, let me know down in the comments which tarot suit you think is the most positive, whether it's Cups, Pentacles, Swords, Wands. You'll be entered to win, and at the end of the month, I'll announce the winners in my community tab. As usual, my friends, much love to you, and I'll see you next time.